The trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day has just released, and I am a giddy, geeky boy over it. Let's break this trailer down and come talk nerdy with me. The last time we saw Peter Parker was in No Way Home, where a spell was cast that would make everyone on Earth forget that Peter Parker exists. So now he is depressed, which in a really sad way is something that a lot of Spider-Man fans, including myself, kind of wanted. He's not Spider-Man unless he's depressed. And our boy Peter is going through it right now. His best friend Ned and the love of his life, MJ, are out living their lives, going to MIT, having a great time, and Peter just wants them to know him again, but also he keeping them at a distance because he doesn't want them to get hurt in all of his Spider-Man shenanigans. And to add a little more salt to Peter's wound, MJ already has a new boo thing. Comic book fans, do you think that guy is Paul? Non-comic book fans, Paul is the husband of MJ in the comics, and it's just a universal thing that we don't like Paul. But I'm really anxious about Peter and MJ's relationship because I think this version of MJ is the best love interest that we've gotten in a live-action Spider-Man film, and I want to see him get back together. They were just so healthy and loving, and I want more of it. Peter is also broke, he lives in a shady apartment, nothing is really going well in his personal life. So that means he's gonna have to spend all of his time as Spider-Man. Based off the trailer, it seems like being Spider-Man is the only fulfillment that Peter gets out of life. And speaking of being Spider-Man, his new suit, like that, the classic blue and red is just, like the other suits he had in the past movies looked pretty good, but this one is just so spot on, and I love it. But since his life as Peter Parker is not going well, it seems like Spider-Man is just going all in on being a superhero. And I love all the different montages we see of him fighting various supervillains, like Boomerang, a guy who's really good at throwing boomerangs. Tarantula, he's got spiky shoes. And the Scorpion. Scorpion finally makes his return after that end credits scene in Spider-Man Homecoming that seemed to go nowhere, but here we are. And his Scorpion suit looks so epic. And I feel like it's inspired by the design of the Scorpion suit in the Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man series, which you should watch because it's really good. But Spider-Man isn't just dealing with these supervillains, he's also dealing with his new best frenemy, the Punisher. We get our first look at the Punisher in this trailer, and just off the bat, I love the relationship between him and Spider-Man, because Punisher is so violent and serious, and then Spider-Man is adorable and happy and just so much better than Punisher. I love how this trailer shows the difference of skill levels between superheroes, because on the Daredevil series, Punisher is about equal to Daredevil. Like, Daredevil's a little bit better at fighting than Punisher, but you know, they're pretty close. Yet when Punisher tries stepping up to the big leagues and he deals with Spider-Man, Spider-Man just swats him away like he's this annoying little guy with a gun, which he is. No disrespect to Punisher or Daredevil, like I love them, but Spider-Man's my favorite hero, so you know, I gotta represent. But I really do hope we get a good chunk of screen time between Spider-Man and Punisher, because just based on the few seconds we got, I love their dynamic. But why are Spider-Man and the Punisher going at it? Well, in the trailer, we see that the Punisher and Spider-Man are chasing after this runaway tank, which is being controlled by an old lady. An old lady who appears to be under some form of mind control that transfers to a bunch of other people, so like, it's a weird, trippy thing. But I think this is a potential hint at the villain of this movie. At least one of them. One of the theories out there is that the person doing this mind control is the mutant Jean Grey. And it's already been confirmed that the actress Sadie Sink is in this movie as a mysterious character, so a lot of people are believing that she is Jean Grey. But you might be asking, Alex, isn't Jean Grey a part of the X-Men? Like, she's supposed to be a hero. Why would she be mind controlling innocent civilians? Well, one theory is that the Department of Damage Control, you know, that government group from Miss Marvel or the Wonder Man series? They may be going around the country kidnapping people that they believe have powers, or that they believe are mutants. It's possible that a young Jean Grey was kidnapped by Damage Control, but she was able to escape, and now she wants revenge. Which, in my opinion, that's a believable theory, because a young Jean Grey that just got her powers may not be the most emotionally stable person. But once again, it is possible that Jean Grey could be the main villain of this movie, but being a villain isn't quite in Jean Grey's nature, excluding all the Dark Phoenix stuff. It is possible, though, for the main villain to be a different character, which I'll get into in a bit. A big part of the Spider-Man trailer, though, is that he is mutating. Like, he passes out, wakes up in a cocoon, like, what the heck is up with that? And he doesn't just wake up in a cocoon, like he comes out stronger, faster, and he has the organic webbing now, like kind of like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And I believe that this storyline is going to be inspired by the other storyline that we get in the comic books. For those of you that aren't familiar with this story in the comics, Spider-Man is killed by a supervillain, and while he's in the afterlife, he encounters this spider deity called the Other. And this spider god, this Other, implies that Spider-Man's powers are actually magical instead of science. Spider-Man's part of a web of destiny, he's a spider totem, all kinds of crazy magical stuff that I can get into in a different video. We also learned that Spider-Man never really explored the depths of his powers, and after contact with this Other, he was able to use powers that he didn't know he had. He was no longer suppressing his spider side. For this movie, though, just based off the trailer, Peter Parker does not exist, because of the spell. No one remembers him. So that means he's now going all in on being Spider-Man. And that allows him to go through a rebirth in a way, like he does in the comics. Once again, it's just a theory. That might not be the case, but in the comic books, Spider-Man came out of a cocoon and he got new powers. And in the trailer, he comes out of the cocoon and he has new powers. Just saying. A major part of this trailer, though, that I really want to talk about is the Hand, the secret group of ninja assassins who I believe are the main villains of this movie. Like, they're numero uno. But let's go back real quick to the Jean Grey mind control theory. Because while that is a believable theory, like Jean Grey could do that, it's just out of character for her, because she's not known for being a villain outside of Dark Phoenix. Okay, Alex, what does that have to do with the Hand? Thank you for asking. Instead of Jean Grey, I think the true culprit of the mind control is actually the Beast. Now, the Beast is this super powerful demon that's worshipped by the Hand, and some of the things it can do is possess and corrupt people, making them violent, getting them stronger and more durable. They basically make them superhuman, but all under the control of the Beast. So the Beast could be the one that's possessing the old lady, causing her to go crazy and drive a tank through New York City. And with the Beast running around New York City possessing people, the Hand is going to be following right behind them. And you want to know something extra crazy? One of the more famous hosts of the Beast and the leader of the Hand in the comic books was the Punisher. And guess who's in this movie? Now, I don't know if they're going to go that route, or maybe it can be a setup for a later Spider-Man movie, but it makes sense. The Beast being in this movie could also explain why Spider-Man is going through these mutations. Maybe the Beast is trying to possess him, and that's why his eyes were changing colors in that one clip. And that could also be why the Hand is going after him, because they're trying to get the Beast back. Or maybe the Beast and the spider deity have beef. I don't know, but either way, it would be cool to see. But what did you think of the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer? I want to hear your thoughts. I thought the trailer was super dope, it made me cry, and I think this movie has the potential to be an award-winning superhero movie. Much like the movies in this video right here, which you should totally click on and watch right now. And I'll see you in a bit.